Welcome to online Bangalore University Digital Learning. Dear students, today we discuss about a novel Animal Farm prescribed for second BA third semester. See, in the last session we discussed about the analysis of second chapter second and its interpretation, its various themes, and its important concept inside the novel. And today we will discuss about chapter 3, its complete analysis and its themes. Let's begin with what happened at the end of the chapter second. In the chapter second, there the animals they decided to keep the concept what old major had in his dream, so that all animals working very hard in order to make his dream come true. In that particular concept, here chapter third begins with all animals are working harder and harder day and night. Whereas, especially at the very beginning of the chapter, you can see the slogan which is given by Snowball: four legs good, two legs bad. This is the where animal animals can understand and work accordingly. See, the animals spend a laborious time, especially summer, harvesting in the fields. They are working very hard day and night. They are spending hard working time in the fields in order to uh, make their dream comes true. Especially, building a utopian society where all the animals can feel the kind of a freedom as well as wisdom. See, the clever pigs think of ways for the animals to use the humans' tools. See, the pigs are thinking that they will make use of human tools, and every animal participates in the work, each according to his capacity. Every animal is very busy with their respective works. They are working accordingly as well as their capacity. So the result of this harvest exceeds any that the farm has ever known. The animals obviously got a very good results working very hard in the summer, especially in the harvest, so that only Molly and the cat shirk their duties. See, the Molly as well as cat, they are not doing the duty properly. They are slightly escaping from their jobs in order to make animals dream, so that they are getting away with that. See, the powerful and hard working boxer in this novel, it is a very hard working horse. It is a very powerful one, and it's always working in favor of animals. The concept of freedom, and it does not bother about anything else. It is always looking forward to work harder and harder, make all animals provide a wonderful place in order to live in a better life. So does most of the heavy labor, adopting that I will work harder. See, look at the statement which is given by the boxer: I will work harder and harder day and night as a personal motto. It is its personal motto. The boxer will work harder and harder. It does not bother about the other animal. It will completely concentrate on its working. The entire animal community reverse his dedication and strength. All the animal community, they appreciated the dedication as well as the strength of the boxer, who is having a beautiful motto. That is what he will work harder. Of all the animals, only Benjamin The obstinate donkey, see the Benjamin, who's an obstinate donkey, does not follow the proper rules and regulations inside the novel, seems to recognize no change under the new leadership. See how the new leadership has occurred, and Mr. Jones, who is thrown away from the farm. After that, Napoleon, Snowball, Squealer, the pigs, they got the responsibility, they got the leadership. Even under their leadership, also, Benjamin failed to cooperate the animals. It remains same. It does not change. And every Sunday, the animals hold a meeting that they are raising a flag in that particular ceremony. With that, they will show the flag's green background represents you see the green background of the flag, which represents the fields of England. See, where if the animals are showing the flag before the field, that represents complete country is full of greenish, and its white hoof and horn symbolizes the animals. See, its white hoof and horn symbolize the animals and the beautiful greenery land. The morning rituals also include a democratic meeting. So in their meeting, they will discuss a lot of things about their upcoming, duties and responsibilities, how they are going to getting hold of the responsibility, and how they will maintain the farm. At which all the animals debate and establish new policies for the collective good. They will debate and they will do for the betterment of the upcoming days. At the meetings, Snowball and Napoleon always voice the loudest opinions, as we have already seen that they took the leadership, especially Snowball as well as Napoleon. They are always having a loudest of opinions among all animals. They will have opinions in each and every time to tell that their own leadership the farm is going to run, and thou their views always clash. See, though they are expressing their loudest opinions in the meetings, but their views are always contrast. They're not sharing the same kind of opinion among themselves. Snowball always establishes a number of committees with various goals. He has given some responsibilities for the group of animals and establishing the committees, and he distributes the work among the animals, especially with the committees, such as cleaning the cows tails and re-educating the rats and rabbits. See, these are all the duties which are beautifully distributed by the Snowball, and under the leadership of Snowball, all animals they will do work accordingly. So most of these committees fail to accomplish their aims. See, the reason is pretty clear. They did not follow the words of Snowball properly. By that particular time, some of the animals they come they had shown the kind of disrespect towards him, and their accomplishedness was not a good one. And but the classes designed to each all of them, the farm animals how to read and write, meet with some success. See, whatever the work which was assigned by Snowball, it may not be effectively you know carried by the animals, but what he insisted, all animals should read and write. They have to learn reading as well as writing. This is becoming a kind of a beautiful concept which is working among the animals. By the end of the summer, all of the animals achieve some degree of literacy. See, this is what Snowball is expecting from all the animals. All the animals they achieve some degree while occupying some literacy among themselves by reading and writing. The pigs become fluent in reading and writing. See, the pigs are always leading from the front, and they are very fluent in reading as well as writing. That is the reason why they call themselves, they are intellectual, they are brilliant, and they will lead the team. While Some of the dogs are able to learn to read the seven commandments. See, some of the dogs of the animal farm, they can also learn reading the seven commandments. Especially Muriel the goat can read scraps of newspaper. Muriel the goat can read, the scraps of newspaper, while the Clover knows the alphabet but cannot string the letters together. Clover can knows the, can read the alphabet, but it cannot club together and combine together and read the letter as a whole. So whereas see, the other animal, poor boxer, never gets beyond the letter D. See, the boxer who is always hard working, horse, busy with its working nature, does not supposed to acquire more knowledge, rather than the alphabet D, A, B, C, D. Only this much can, able to learn by boxer. When it becomes apparent that many of the animals are unable to memorize the seven commandments, see, soon what happens, when Snowball insists the animals to read and write, it is their duty to learn the reading and writing among themselves. So, the main idea behind this, they have to know the seven commandments. Unfortunately, the seven commandments did not know by all the animals, just because of not getting the knowledge of reading and writing. Snowball reduces the principles to one essential maxim. While looking at the animals could not able to read and write properly about the seven commandments. Finally, he reduces the seven commandments into a single principle. What is that principle? See, which he says contains that, the heart of the animalism. This is the kind of a heart of the animalism. One must have to remember throughout their lifetime. What is that, beautiful concept? Earlier itself I told you about that particular concept, that particular slogan: four legs good, two legs bad. This is the concept given by Snowball. The birds take offense until Snowball hastily explains that wings count as legs. See, whereas hens as well as birds, they will take this into the consideration. This is a kind of an offense what Snowball is doing on us. That is the reason why they rebel against Snowball. But finally, Snowball explains them pretty clearly that wings also count as legs. So they agreed partially. The other animals accept the maxim without argument, and the sheep begin to chant, it in a random times, mindlessly, as if it were a song. The sheep's, chanting every now and then about the slogan, four legs good and two legs bad. Every now and then, it is like a chanting song for them. Napoleon takes no interest in Snowball's committees. He does not support whatever the, beautiful initiation which is done by Snowball. He is not supporting Snowball's plan. Whereas when the dogs Jessie and Bluebell each give birth to puppies, he takes the puppies into his own care. See, Napoleon takes care of dogs as well as puppies, and saying that the training of the young should take priority over adult education. You see, instead of providing education to the adult people, just you have to take care of young minds. They will change the entire society. That is what he believed in it, and he raises the puppies in a loft above the harness room, out of sight of the rest of the animal farm. So that around this time, the animals discover to their outrage that the pigs have been taking all of the milk and apples for themselves. So see, pigs, they consider themselves that they are supreme, they are clever, they are intelligent, they are intellectual, they are brilliant. By making use of this kind of an opportunity, they are having whole milk of the farm. They are having apples. By that, they will assume that they will have the knowledge of every kind. So Squealer explains to them, see, the Squealer, the kind of a cunning and cruel character, which appears on screen, Wheeler explains clearly to them that pigs need milk. Why the pigs need milk? See, in order to show their brilliancy, in order to show their literacy before the other animals, so that the pigs can drink milk as well as apples in order to think well. They have to develop their thinking capacity so that the pigs are having the milk and apples. And since that the pig's work is brain work, he thought that Wheeler thought that pig's work is completely no meant entirely meant as a brain work. So they need apples and milk. It is in everyone's best interest for the pigs to eat that apples and drink the milk. It is the right of every pig to eat the apples as well as drinking the milk. And should the pig's brain fail because of a lack of apples and milk, Squealer hints that Mr. Jones might come back to take over the farm. If you're not providing the milk as well as apples to the pigs, Mr. Jones will come back and take over the farm. So that he is threatening the other animals, making the pigs to have milk and apples. This prospect frightens the other animals. While listening this kind of a prospect from Wheeler, the other animals frightened, they were scared, okay, and they agreed to forego milk and apples in the interest of the collective good. They agreed to give all milk and all the apples in the farm to the pigs only. So this is all about what we had seen throughout this chapter, the hard working nature as well as the pig's domination, the pig's supremacy, and the boxer who is a tireless worker, and the other animals also can contribute little bit in order to make the farm and their rebellion success, in order to make use of the snowballs technique, that is reading and writing. So the propaganda which comes inside this particular chapter, although the sheep, hens, and ducks may not fully understand what it means, but they all memorize the slogan. All the animals can memorize the slogan. What is the, just you have to know, notice this particular slogan. It will definitely come to you in the examination in the concept of annotations. They will ask you an annotation regarding this: four legs good and two legs bad. Again, there comes the beautiful motto of this particular chapter, which was told by Snowball. See, such a slogan is simple, easy to remember, and all animals that thought that such slogan is very simple to utter, as well as easy to remember, as well as repeating in several times. So the sheep develop a great liking for it. Sheep, every now and then they are chanting the song of four legs good, two legs bad. They will take it into the consideration. They will utter this particular slogan whenever they are in farm, they are working, and often all lie around in the field bleating four legs good, two legs bad for hours without getting tired of it. Yeah, milk and apples contain substances absolutely necessary to the health of a pig. See, if a pig needs to circulate, its energy, its brilliancy, its cleverness in order to form the beautiful animal form, it needs milk as well as apple. See, the pigs are brain workers that entirely focuses on the brainstorming work of a pigs, and do all the management will be done by pigs. They have a duty to stay as alert and healthy as they possibly can. See, it is their duty to stay healthy as well as intelligently, so that they can teach the other animals in order to learn reading and writing. So this is a kind of a propaganda which was carried throughout this particular chapter by Spieler, a cunning squealer. He plays of the animals fears by telling them that if the pigs fail in their duty, Jones will come back. It is the kind of a threatening what we had seen, that Jones will come back if you don't provide them milk as well as apples. So the principles of animalism, this is also a major concept as well as the theme which comes in the inside this particular unit and this chapter. Although all the animals are equal, the pigs take over the leadership with the very first harvest. The pigs are the ones, they have taken the leadership. They are leading from the front throughout the first harvest. It is seen as natural that because they know more, they should direct and supervise the others. They will direct the work as well as supervise the works of the others. And the seven commandments are then reduced to just one principle. If seven commandments as it is there, it is not easy for the other animals, farm animals, to remember properly all seven commandments, so that all seven commandments reduced into one strict principle, which is written in a bigger letters above the others: four legs good and two legs bad. See, as I told you pretty clearly about the annotations of this particular novel, in this chapter there might be, you might be having an annotation of such kind in the examination. If you have the annotations like four legs good and two legs bad, this line is from chapter first, chapter 3, you have to write like this, and it constitutes Snowball's condensation of the seven commandments of animal form, the animalism. See, for example, Snowball had a thought in his mind that he wanted to simplify the work of the animals, as most of the animals did not read and write properly, they did not know the literacy. He decided to reduce the seven commandments into strict one principle, that is four legs good and two legs bad. It portrays how the elite class abuses language to control the lower classes. See, it portrays the kind of elite and ruling class and the bourgeois class, upper class, and they are they are abusing the language in order to control the lower classes. The phrase instances one of the novel's many moments of propagandizing, so that the elite class abuses the language to control the lower classes. By the end of the novel, as the propagandistic needs of the leadership change. See, the propaganda means when someone is misleading the entire community. By that particular time, there is a need of change that may be into the occurrence of leadership. The pigs alter the chant to the similar sounding, but completely antithetical: four legs good and two legs better. So that we will come to the conclusion of this particular session. We had learnt so many important factors about the chapter 3. See, we had learnt about Boxer's work. We had learnt about Squealer, the cunning, cruel, and most hypocritical concept of Squealer, how that works, among the other animals in order to control them, to take them from the, to take from them apples as well as milk. And we had also seen so many important factors about Snowball. Snowball is the main character you are going to looking at, as well as Napoleon. There is a very contrasting characteristics. They did not believe each other. They are not following one of the other ways of each particular decision. So with this, I conclude my session uh, about chapter 3. I hope you understood the concept. Rest of the things we will see in the next session. Thank you very much. Happy reading. Stay safe.